Now that the Wicked press tour is officially over, I think we should discuss which stylist had the better looks for Ariana. For part 1 of the press tour, she was styled by Mimi Cottrell, and for part 2, she was styled by Laura Roach. With Law styling her, she wore designers like Elie Saab, Givenchy, Balenciaga, and Thom Browne. To me, it seems like she wore more darker shades of pink and black, I think to match the darker tone of part 2 of the movie. And in terms of silhouettes, she gravitated more toward princessy ball gowns and A-line dresses, and she specifically wore lots of vintage dresses, which did create a little bit of discourse over on fashion Twitter, with some people saying that Law is overly reliant on just pulling archival pieces and it makes the styling less intriguing, which is an interesting critique and I would love to know how you guys feel about it. But with that said, my personal favorite looks from Law were the ones that he put Ariana in for the Wicked One Wonderful Night special. I mean, I literally made a whole separate video gushing over the Robert One butterfly dress, and then this Raoul Mishra Emerald City dress. All of them really are so pretty. I'm actually kind of mad that she didn't save them for the red carpet. Oh, and another random look that I really loved was this 16 Arlington dress Ariana wore for, I think, Good Morning America. She looks like a little piece of cotton candy, and I just think that's really cutesy and whimsical. But now let's jump into Mimi's looks. She put Ariana in designers like Chanel, Dior, Jean-Baptiste Valli, and lots of Loewe. For this round of the press tour, they really gravitated towards this 50s T-length silhouette. She wore darker shades of pink occasionally, but for the most part, it seems like she really stuck to the lighter shade of pink, white, and neutrals, which did create moments of her looking really washed out, especially with the hair and the makeup and in certain lighting. I also wasn't a huge fan of some of the silhouettes that she wore and the tailoring. Some of her looks had these sculptural shapes or lots of big billowy fabric, and it just looks like she was drowning in it, in my opinion. But despite all of those critiques, it was not all bad. The Met Gala dress was gorgeous, the iridescent bubble dress was fun, the Vivienne Westwood Billy Burke moment at the Australian premiere, I mean, hello! You were all there. We clapped and we cheered. Not to mention the grand finale at the Oscars and Schiaparelli. Girls. I mean, come on now. And then the ruby red slipper Schiaparelli dress to perform in with the heel on the back. This was chef's kiss. So my overall conclusion is that I think Law's styling was more consistent overall, whereas Mimi had more highs and lows, but when her highs hit, they hit. So it's like, what wins out in the end for you? Consistency all the way through, or really high highs with lots of mid and bad looks in between?